Owlcat Games is back at it again with another CRPG, but this time they're bringing us into the Warhammer 40k franchise with Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I think a lot of you guys on my channel will be interested in this one, so I'll be sure to cover it through its development stages and beyond its release. Chapter markers will be below. Let's jump on in. The video footage playing in the background is Rogue Trader's announcement trailer, and as you can see, it has a cartoony 2D style animation for its cinematics, but the actual gameplay looks very similar to the Pathfinder games. So first and foremost, what is this game? Rogue Trader is an upcoming turn-based CRPG where you'll control a party of 6. The company behind this game is Owlcat Games, which is the company that's responsible for the generally well-received Pathfinder games, Pathfinder Kingmaker and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Both Pathfinder games feature the ability for players to choose if they want to play in real-time with pause combat mode or turn-based combat, and you can even switch back and forth between both modes mid-combat. Rogue Trader, however, is going to be exclusively turn-based combat. In a recent interview that Rock Paper Shotgun held with Owlcat's creative director Alexander Gusev, Alexander said that their goal with turn-based combat is to showcase characters more. He talked about how in the chaos of real-time with pause, you often don't notice what all of your characters are doing, which makes it harder to showcase their differences. He also mentioned that turn-based will allow them to do more with enemy behavior and give us abilities that we need to react to. I don't think he's bashing on real-time with pause here. It just sounds like with this game and its particular systems, characters, and abilities, many of which are based off the TTRPG Rogue Trader, and more on that in a little bit, this game may be better suited for turn-based combat. Those of you who prefer real-time with pause, I feel for you, I really do. Personally, I like both styles, but I actually did prefer Wrath of the Righteous in real-time with pause. But Owlcat seems to be really stern in their response that this one will be turn-based only. The good thing about it being exclusively one over the other, in my opinion, is that Owlcat can really focus in on making turn-based the best that it can possibly be, as opposed to thinning resources between two different styles. We do not have a release date yet, but over on Owlcat's website, it says that if you've pre-ordered the developer's digital pack, owners will have access to the earliest alpha version of the game in 2022, so this year. And those who purchase the core, premium, or ultimate packs will have access to the beta version of the game next year. So taking into account that Owlcat also said that we can look at their previous games to get a rough idea of this game's development cycle, I would say it seems likely that their goal is a late 2023 official release, but I would of course not rule out 2024. Rogue Trader will be a PC game and it's launching on the Steam, GOG, and Epic Game stores. And as far as consoles go, most gaming media sources are reporting that it's coming out on console, but I've been struggling to find an official clear statement on this myself. Maybe they said this on some Reddit AMA in the past that I could not find, I'm not entirely sure. On Owlcat's website, in their FAQ section, they do kind of make it seem like it's coming to console because they don't deny consoles. One of the specific questions is what platforms will Rogue Trader be launching on, to which they respond the current pre-order is for the PC version only. That does kind of imply that there will be other versions, so console versions, but I don't want to say it until I see an official statement that says that it's launching on this and this. As some of you may already be aware, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader is first and foremost a tabletop role-playing game, and yes, Owlcat is heavily referencing this TTRPG for their CRPG. It's definitely not a clone though, as Owlcat has said it's inspired by the tabletop RPG but doesn't copy it. Owlcat's game will actually be the first CRPG set in the grim darkness of Warhammer 40k. I would say this is pretty exciting news, especially as someone who has not followed much Warhammer 40k stuff over the years. I find myself really excited for it this time around in CRPG form. There's actually probably more Warhammer 40k games out there than there are total CRPGs in existence, so I'm happy that this franchise is breaking into new genres and doing it with a company that many CRPG lovers really like, Owlcat Studios. We endeavor to bring to the game everything that fans of the CRPG genre love and expect. Fateful decisions, non-linear stories, strong and diverse companions cast together with addictive and complex gaming systems to master. I'm definitely expecting a fairly decent learning curve to come with this game, which is kind of a content creator's dream, as there will likely be a high demand for guide videos, but I also do hope that Owlcat can find a way to make it accessible to learn without sacrificing the depth of its actual mechanics. If you've played the Pathfinder games without any prior knowledge of Pathfinder 1st edition rules, you would probably agree that there's a hell of a lot to learn. I'm expecting Rogue Trader to be in a similar category. Now, whether this is a good thing or not depends on the quality of the game and also how well a game is able to teach you its complex mechanics. Hopping a bit into what we know about the story, in Rogue Trader you'll be taking on the role of a Rogue Trader. Rogue Traders in Warhammer 40k are unique and powerful human individuals who serve as a combination of freelance explorer, conquistador, and interstellar merchant for the Imperium of Man, which is a galaxy-spanning interstellar human empire. Rogue Traders have the blessing of the Emperor himself, and as Owlcat says, they are endowed with privileges and power beyond imagination, as well as the task of expanding the borders of the Imperium. Our adventure will begin in the vast Coronis Expanse, which is a treacherous region of unexplored space at the edge of humanity's domain. In the trailer, we've already met Theodora, who is our ancestor and predecessor. Theodora is a rogue trader, but at some point we will become the rogue trader instead of her. At the start of the game, Theodora will face some problems with things that she's done in the past, and we'll have to follow her footsteps and learn her fate as we play. This might make you think that, since we're relatives to Theodora, character creation may be limited, but Owlcat says that this is not the case, and that we're distant relatives, and us players will have several different options to determine where we came from, how we look, and what we did before we came to serve together with her on the ship. Character creation in Rogue Trader will be extensive and feature a multitude of different options. Owlcat says that the character sheet is inspired by Fantasy Flight's series of 40k TTRPGs, but they're not directly transferring all of the mechanics, it's more so an influence and an inspiration. Throughout our adventure, we'll be visiting many lost and forgotten worlds, as well as planets claimed by humanity, from lush agriculture worlds to steel-clad forge worlds. There will be locations that are more horror-like, and also locations that are, and I put this in quotation marks, a slice of life. Many of the places that we go to, we will be attempting to claim for the Empire, or perhaps we'll just loot them for all the riches they can offer. The type of in-game system that we'll be experiencing to travel to other planets, so space travel, we don't know yet, but Owlcat has said that we'll be exploring the Coronis Expanse on our own ship, navigating between planets. Warhammer 40k has a dimension made up of purely psionic energy, and it's called the Warp. And a warp drive makes a void ship capable of faster than light travel. I'm assuming the game will be incorporating something to represent this. Owlcat also said that Rogue Trader isn't Rogue Trader without a star map, so it'll be interesting to see what they actually do with this. I wouldn't expect anything like Star Citizen or even like what we saw in the Starfield gameplay announcement trailer. But hopefully Owlcat can give us some sort of system that's better than the Crusader system in Wrath of the Righteous. So yeah, we're basically rogue traders, which gives us great authority, and we'll be exploring new worlds and shaping the future of the Imperium. I'm not sure how far Owlcat will take alignment in this game, but I would definitely expect several different paths. As with most CRPGs, we can expect a decent amount of player agency, and Owlcat said that we'll be making fateful decisions that affect the lives of entire worlds. There will definitely be many choices to be made, along with many combinations. Now, as far as classes go, I don't want to speculate too much until we get some more information, but Owlcat did say that characters will be fulfilling somewhat familiar RPG roles, but with a 40k twist. Among the available party members are psykers, which are casters, and also pure melee characters like the Space Wolf that you can see in the art here. But Owlcat did mention that this is not the only path that you can go with this guy, as you can also go down a ranged path. Also expect some support type characters and tanks and several hybrid builds. As for companions, we know that there will be several, and they will play an important role in this game. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll have a party of 6, so our custom character and 5 companions, but there will certainly be more than 5 total possible companions in the entirety of the game. Owlcat did confirm a few of the companions, one of which is a mighty powered armored space marine, another is a lethal Eldari ranger, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and also a courageous sister of battle armed with bolter and ardent prayer. Companion romance has also been confirmed. And that'll be it for today's video. We could speculate a lot more by delving into the tabletop role-playing game and taking information like races and classes and stuff like that. But I'm going to wait a little bit until we get some more concrete information, because we really don't know what exactly Owlcat is going to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.